Let me show you exactly how you can deal with Facebook feedback scores. What's poppin', people? It's your boy the Beast of Ecom, and I am back with another video dropping nothing but you already know, value bombs. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain exactly how you can deal with Facebook feedback scores. I'm going to explain what Facebook feedback scores are, how you can increase it, what you should be doing before you even run products, and what you can do if ultimately you have been banned or been restricted on your page. If you haven't noticed, I have got a new camera, so I'm hoping that the video quality of this video is a lot better than my previous videos. Let me know down below if it is, if you can see the difference, because if not, then I basically just spent 3K for no reason. Before we go any further, make sure of course you drop a like on this video. Let's try and hit 500 likes on this video. Make sure you drop a comment down below as well, and make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on so that you stay up to date with all of my latest content. So what exactly is the Facebook feedback score? Well, what it is it's a system that Facebook have designed and put in place to basically rank how well of an experience or how good of an experience you are providing to the users on Facebook when you are selling products. So when someone sees your advert, clicks through and purchases through your website, what then will happen after a determined period of time, that person will then get a survey on their Facebook feed, and they can rank you based on your product quality, based on your shipping speeds, and also based on your customer service, how well of an experience they actually went through with your store. Now this just doesn't affect dropshippers, it affects anyone who is selling any kind of product on Facebook. However, more specifically with dropshippers, of course, if you're sourcing product from China, then what happens is your shipping times are a little bit more than, let's say, someone who was shipping from United States or UK or wherever it may be if it's local. Now this doesn't mean it's all bad news for dropshippers, because you can dropship the right way. And if you have a look at this page for one of my branded stores, you can see that our page score is very high and has been consistently high for a long period of time. At the moment in time, it's at a 4.8, with the highest it can possibly be is 5. Now, Facebook have changed things whereby pages that are older than a year, I believe, if they dips below the number 2, okay, then you go into a penalty, which means your CPMs may be higher, your cost per click may be higher, and essentially overall it may cost more to show your adverts to customers. Now, pages that are less than a year old, if you hit that 2 threshold, unfortunately the whole page will be restricted, meaning that you can no longer run any adverts on that page. Now, from my experience dropshipping and the Facebook feedback score, the one main factor that I find has the heaviest influence on your feedback score is product quality. People are willing to wait a little bit longer time shipping times, providing that the product that they get is of quality. So the first thing you need to do before you even run adverts on Facebook or on any page is to make sure that the product is of quality. So for example, how can you do that? What you should be doing is making sure that you check out all of the AliExpress reviews, most importantly the 1-star and 2 stars, and seeing what's wrong with it. And then you can go to Amazon if you wanted to, find a similar product, have a look at their 1-star and 2-star reviews, see if it's consistently breaking or what are the common things that may go wrong with the product. Another thing and final thing you should be doing is make sure if the product is already selling on Facebook, have a look at those comments as well. Are people saying that it arrived and it didn't work, you know, they got it and it was crap, or it broke in 2 weeks, whatever it may be. If that is the case, avoid that product. Now, one thing that can heavily influence your product quality is of course the packaging. If something which is arriving always broken or damaged, or the box is damaged, or the presentation just isn't good, then a quick win that you can do to improve your feedback score is to reach out to your supplier and improve the packaging. Whether that is it needs more bubble wrap, or whether it needs a stronger cardboard box, double walled. If it's already single walled, then that's a really easy quick win that you can implement. It may cost a little bit more on your product cost, but it's worth making sure that you can still advertise on Facebook. If you didn't know, you can view all of the ads that you've interacted with, so your customers will be able to do exactly the same. If you head to, I think it's www.facebook.com/ads/activity, you'll be able to have a look at all of the ads that you've engaged with and also rank them. So what you can do is put some sort of video or some sort of email inside of your post-purchase email flow whether it gets sent out after they've purchased or sent out when the product has arrived, you can do that and put that into place and encourage people to leave you positive feedback. It's also best to offer some sort of incentive, whether it be a 5% discount code or refunding $2 off their order, providing that they take a screenshot of them actually doing it, okay? And then that way you know that they've done it and you can give them that sort of refund. However, what I will say is that this kind of way, I personally believe that this way doesn't have that much effect over the natural survey that they get in the Facebook feed, if I'm being perfectly honest. However, it's something that you can implement and it can have some sort of effect in increasing your Facebook feedback score. So it's definitely worth trying it out and implementing it into your flows. So what happens if your feedback score has dropped and your page is currently restricted? What can you do? Well, first thing you need to do is appeal like everything on Facebook. I believe you get 3 appeals per year per page, but you can definitely appeal that to try and get that restriction overturned. I've personally done this and succeeded in getting a page back multiple times, and I'll tell you how. So what I personally have done, of course, if it's shipping times, back in March, shipping times and everything, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world at the moment in time. You can use that as one thing, just say that you've had some sort of shipping disruptions. And what you want to do is put in as much information as you possibly can. So talk with your suppliers, take screenshots of your suppliers' conversations and use all of that in your documentation to send to Facebook. Another reason that you can use, which I personally used as well, is the example that I used previously of improving the packaging. You know, I had a product that was selling really, really well, but it was arriving damaged, okay? So I reached out to the supplier and said, look, Facebook feedback score is dropping. We need to improve this packaging. Yes, it added on the costs, and what I've done was took screenshots of all of these conversations, okay? Make sure that the supplier also as well took screenshots of the box that we were previously using, the box that we're currently using, the improvements and all those kind of things, and then use all that documentation like I've mentioned for Facebook. And that's gonna basically get you your page back, but it's gonna put it into what's called a probation period. So underneath the probation period, your Facebook page won't collect a score, and essentially it won't update. It updates every Wednesday, so it won't update every Wednesday, but you'll be placed under collecting signal. Now, the longest I've seen this happen is for about 8 weeks. So you get like a 8 weeks to 2 months grace when you're underneath the probation period. However, you will get a notification inside of your Facebook ads manager to say that your ads are being shown to less people. Essentially, what can happen in this probation period is that your CPMs can increase, your cost per click can increase, and of course your ROAS can decline. However, with that being said, again, I've personally been through this myself, and the ads weirdly for some reason improved. So again, take it with a kind of pinch of salt and just have a look how your ads, and of course manage them on a day-by-day basis. Now let's say for example you appeal 3 times and you don't get your page back. What do you do then? Well, essentially that page is now toast. You can't advertise on that page whatsoever. One thing you don't want to do is then just go and create a new page and use that exact same advert or URL that you were using in the restricted page on that new page. Why? Because essentially that is circumventing, and that will of course get your profile banned, your business manager banned, and of course your ads account banned probably as well. So if you are going to create a new page, make sure of course you duplicate the product page as well, and you're going to have to change things up, give it a new URL, probably change the description and those kind of things as well, so that you're not classed as circumventing. If the product is crap, it's not really worth doing any of this anyway. Make sure that you're selling a product of quality. Before we wrap up this video, I've got 2 value bomb tips that I want to give you away. The first one is of course what I personally like to do is I like to create all of my pages, pixels and custom audiences inside of a business manager that I don't advertise on whatsoever. Then what I do is I get the pages and share them across to my advertising business manager, okay, only giving them advertising access. That way, if the page does get restricted, then I can simply just unlink it from the business manager and my advertising business manager just stays clean. The second thing I like to do is I like to have my VAs as admins, and I personally only like to add myself as an admin to start off with, create the page, do the banners, whatever it may be, get all the settings done, and then I just give myself advertising access. Because remember, if you are an admin and if a page does get restricted and you are an admin, then you can potentially lose your advertising access as well. You know, when your personal profile gets restricted, that is a possibility if your page gets restricted and you are an admin on that page. So just keep that in mind. So that is it for this video. hopefully you got some value. If you did, make sure you drop a like on this video. Doesn't cost you anything. You got some value, helps out the channel and helps out the video. Make sure you drop a comment down below as well. Let me know what your experience is with the Facebook feedback score. What's your feedback score at the moment in time? Are you currently restricted? Have you had pages which have been restricted? What's your current thoughts on the video? So comment down below. I will be replying to as many as I possibly can. I actually forgot to announce the winner for that one-on-one consulting call on my last video, so I'll pop up the winner on the screen. If that's you, then make sure you drop me a DM on Instagram and we'll make sure that we hook up on that call. If you haven't got a copy of my 100% free ebook, okay, then make sure you check the link down below. It's 100% free. Make sure you go and grab a copy. Hit me up on Instagram, drop me a like, drop me a DM, drop me a comment, and we can try and connect on there. But that is it for this video. Hopefully you smashed Black Friday, you smashed Cyber Monday, and you are ready for 2021. But take care, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.